Quill, what were your thoughts on Future State? What were the highs? What were the lows? How do you think DC handled it? All of that jazz.
Um. Okay, can you ask the questions again? Because I want to go through them all at once. And I
Okay,
don't want to talk about this a lot. I want to talk about this as little as I have to.
okay. What did you think the highs of DC Future State were?
Dark Detective. I guess Dark Detective. We're aiming very low bars here. Mind. Dark Detective. Not counting the backups. We need. I think we should also clarify that we need to clarify like the backups don't count when we talk about our scores. I think.
Yeah,
So
because
Dark Detective.
most of the backups were just bad or
Blah.
pointless, and then there were just some that were actually good, like the Jessica one.
Yeah. And if we do say like this is a good one, we're gonna specify which backup. So Dark Detective, the Just backup, Justice League. Uh, I hesitate to say Immortal Wonder Woman because that was just aside from the art.
I would put that in average, to be honest.
Yeah.
The story was really average, and
Jen Bartel
it didn't
carried
do
the
much.
book.
Yeah, Jen Bartel carried the book, to be honest. Yeah,
um, yeah, I think that was it. That was the only good ones. The lows were Dumbass of Metropolis. Uh, I also like Superman Wonder Woman. For whatever reason, everyone was Asian in that book, but it was a pretty good read aside from that. Um, what else? The backups for Dark Detective.
Hey,
Um,
what's up? Hey, what's up, Lord? Did you read it? If you're talking about Infinite Frontier, we have both read it, and we're going to be talking about all of it in detail. Um, Although, to be fair, the leak spoiled everything anyway, so...
we already talked about it technically. um, Teen Titans Academy was shit. Uh, Next Batman was average. The problem is most of the books I read just kind of fell into the average category. The only ones that really stood out were the really bad ones.
Yeah, and then the ones we liked were the ones... The main one we really liked, we thought was the high, is the one we expected to be terrible, and that was Dark Detective.
Subverted my expectations.
It subverted our expectations. Lord says True Fork Dark Side is real, finally.
God damn it.
Oh, he said True Fork,
Um,
not True Fork. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll be talking about Infinite Frontier a little bit later, but we're talking about our overall thoughts on Future State now that that 2 month hoo-ha is finished. So yeah, you said highs, low. So what do you think of...
so I think the takeaway from Future State is wasted potential.
Yeah, I would agree. I would absolutely agree. I feel like... I don't know if I don't know if I even brought this up in a live stream or just in our conversations, but I feel like Future State is the equivalent of when Rosenberg took over Uncanny X-Men. And I think you were the one
Oh yeah,
that...
they just needed a.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
made the
I
analogy.
think
They needed to fill time until Hickman was ready to release his stuff. This is what I feel like. Like they needed to... Okay, we need 2 months to get Infinite Frontier ready. At least like the first arcs ready for like all the whole new creative teams and everything. What do we do? It's like
two shots.
let's do alternate potential future stuff to bide the time. Like, fuck, do it, print it. That's what it feels like. It was so pointless, and I don't like that it feels like DC now wants to steer everything towards Future State. Because with how like everything's solicited and with how like the creative teams in DC are talking about it, it feels like they want to steer everything to what we've seen in Future State. And if that's the case, no.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Sleepy? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, my thoughts on DC's Future State. Highs, I would give Dark Detective, Justice League.
Oh, also Aquaman. I went and read Aquaman. That was a pretty good high.
Yes, that's the one I recommended. Aquaman was a really, really good book. Those were the highs. Average. Oh no, another high. Second issue of Superman: Worlds of War. because I think that was really good.
Oh, yeah. But you had to get to that first issue.
Yeah, you have to get
to it. So.
Yeah, you would have to get through that first issue. That's the problem. Second issue, I think, is where it's at its best. Average, next Batman, Wonder Woman, Immortal Wonder Woman,
The regular Green Lantern.
regular Green
stuff.
Lantern stuff, and then the lows, Flash and Superman. Superman of
Oh, I forgot Flash. Jesus.
not-
I guess that speaks to how bad it is that I actively chose to forget it.
The book that really confused us and then didn't end because
Oh yeah.
because it had to continue in Teen Titans, and I didn't read Teen Titans, so I don't even know how that continues.
I basically gave it a fuck you.
But yeah, overall with Future State, I feel like DC just wanted to buy time until they're ready for Infinite Frontier, because a lot of this was just pointless. Like,
This feels like Convergence. If you've read Convergence,
I've
right?
read Convergence, yes. The story,
This
the
reads
story,
like-
the
this
story
reads
where
like
the
Convergence.
tie-ins were actually much more interesting than the main plot.
Yeah. In a way, that's also accurate.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what,
That's sad.
I don't know why DC thought this was a good idea. Like, yes, it did have some good stuff, but like, the majority of it was just average. I don't think I've seen anyone else talk highly of any other series. Like, I think everyone only really focused on the Trinity. Like, anyone that
Oh, House of
reviewed
L was also really bad.
Oh, did you properly read through that? Or
Yes,
okay, so
it was bad. So
House of L was bad. Okay, but
the only good part, the art was actually really great, but the writing was all over the place.
okay.
For those of you who are coming from Chris's YouTube channel after watching my schizophrenic live reading of
House of L.
House of L, it doesn't get much better when you're actually thinking about it.
But yeah, like anyone that reviewed it or talked about it, they only ever talked about the Trinity. They didn't talk about any other titles, and that speaks to a lot about with like how DC promoted Future State. It's just, look, Batman, new Batman, go read it.
I think it also speaks a lot to how people take DC. Like,
Yeah.
they don't give a shit about, like, they only care about Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. Batman over the other two, but you know, those are the only ones they really
they didn't
care
really,
about.
Yeah, they didn't really care about the other characters, which is a shame because, you know, like we said, Aquaman was actually a good book, but were people talking about it apart from me?
Mm-mm.
No, it really is.
It took Chris reading it and recommending it to me for me to even see it.
Yeah, and even like DC's poor handling of the next Batman reveal, that was so dumb. We're gonna reveal it because their whole reasoning for revealing it before it even came out was ridiculous. Like, oh, if we reveal it, that means more people would want to go get that issue to read it. And I'm like, that's not how it works. If you kept it under wraps and didn't reveal it, you would actually get more people wanting to get it because they want to know who he is. But you told everyone, and I felt like a lot of people are just like, okay, why do we need to read this now? Like, we know who the new Batman is.
Yep.
And it's so pointless. And then also...
Too
also-
bad that Wonder Woman show didn't take off.
Yeah. And...
I think that was also one of the reasons for Future State to opt in a bunch of new pilots to write to CW.
Oh yeah, they passed over the Wonder Girl stuff, yeah. That good, because that would have just been terrible. It's CW. I know a lot of people are just like, oh,
Like,
but...
I was gonna save it for Infinite Frontier, but Yara Flor in what was it in today's Infinite Frontier, she couldn't get more Brazilian if she wasn't playing soccer while holding a Goku body pillow or hugging one,
but
and wearing a BJJ outfit. I'm horrible.
But yeah, like, I don't know. DC Future State was just a whole lot of just nothing. overall. And then, but now DC wants to like steer everything towards it, and like I don't want that. Like I see now that we've seen what Future State is, if that's what DC wants, it's not going to be good. Aside from like certain characters, but that's it. And even then, I don't think they would permanently do that. Like they would not kill off Bruce Wayne and permanently replace him with someone else that isn't like someone from the already known Bat family. Like the only exception
We already tried it kind of with Bat Cop.
Yeah, we've tried it with Batcop, and that was not particularly
fucking awful.
It made no sense. Like Jim Gordon was just suddenly de-aged, and he was fit enough to like.
Didn't he? Wasn't it just that he got shaved, or
he literally just shaved like his beard, his stash, and his hair.
I'm so mad. I shaved everything off my face.
Like he just gave himself a shave, and like he's suddenly like combat ready to like fight as Batman and like operate the Rookie, the giant bat mech. Like it made no sense. Like if DC wants to push this, it's like, oh yeah, Tim Fox is going to be
like a fucking rabbit.
If Tim Fox is going to be the new Batman, it's like it's not going to work because people will care about Bruce. He's Batman. The closest you're going to get with a likable replacement is Dick Grayson, because that's been done before. And he was Batman for a while.
Just honestly, just make new IPs. I know that frightens people because it's nice to just have the same thing over and over again. But take a risk. Just get a new IP. For Christ's sake, it can't be that hard.
Just do New Age of Heroes, but actually stick with it.
Take effort.
Put effort into it. Don't just forget about it once it's launched. Because I liked a lot of the new hero stuff. Even though this is just DC's Marvel, essentially. Like, they actually had some good stuff. I liked Damage, I liked Sideways, I liked Silencer, and like
I kind of liked Danger.
And with Silencer, I don't particularly like assassin, secret, whatever kind of books, stuff.
I don't like John Romita Jr., but
luckily he was only on the first arc. They got rid of him they got rid of him quickly, and like thank God.
They recognized the problem ahead of time.
Yes.
Here's the big name. Now get off. You're useless. Let's replace you with someone else.
But yeah, like I don't particularly like those kind of books, but I liked Silencer. I really, really liked Silencer. I stuck with it until it was cancelled. Same with
there's a reason I don't like the Squadron Supreme, because they're an obvious fucking pastiche of the Justice League.
Yeah.
And I don't like the knockoffs on the other side of the aisle. I'm not a big fan of just blatantly ripping off the Avengers.
Yeah.
But it worked.
It worked. And at least with New Age...
Yeah, the Terrifics actually exploited a fairly open corner of the Marvel Universe, because at that point I think the Fantastic Four were still gone.
Yeah.
So they were essentially the Fantastic Four for a while.
Yeah. Well, that was a lot of things. That was essentially the hidden meaning of New Age of Heroes. It was just Marvel's not using these characters to their fullest, so we will just do that with our own version. So they're not using the Fantastic Four, we'll make the Terrifics. They weren't using Spider-Man properly, because
Spider-Man shit right now. Let's make a good one.
Let's make a good one. They're not using Hulk properly because Hulk is dead, and the current one is not.
All there is Chulk.
All there was is Chulk. So we'll make Damage. Like that's essentially what it was. Like they were tapping into a market that Marvel was ignoring to push, I don't know, Inhumans. Because everyone loves the Inhumans. But yeah,
I have a quick question real quick. Since we're talking about since we're about to talk about Infinite Frontier, I just realized, how is Flash on the Justice League if he's on Justice Incarnate too?
Oh wait, I'm pretty sure. Wait, did they specify that it's actually Barry? Because I'm pretty sure.
I mean, he's blonde. He's blonde underneath. It's the Barry costume, and it's got blonde eyebrows.
Let's see, Justice League, Bendis. Yeah, that's gonna be. Although that could just honestly just be Bendis being Bendis, and just Ignoring.
everybody.
Um, I want to find. Where is it? I don't want this. I don't want the silhouette cover. I want the actual cover. Justice League #1.
I think that isn't that the cover though? Just the silhouettes.
Maybe, but I'm pretty sure there's actually one that shows all of them. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's when does Justice League starts this month, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, DC.
Well, it doesn't relaunch. It continues the old numbering.
Okay, yeah. So March 2021. If I read the solicits, maybe it'll clarify. Because yeah, that's a good point. In Infinite Frontier, Wally is now Flash again. Proper Flash.
And okay, I hate to bring up all different Marvel because we all forget to pretend that era never existed. But at least they waited like 4 issues before fucking up the continuity.
I don't know that unless that's just whoever does the art and coloring for Justice League for that cover or whatever did it wrong, because I think they did that before, because when Bendis did Man of Steel, there was a shot of Barry, and he had ginger hair.
Was it supposed to be Wally?
No, it was in Man of Steel. Like, Barry was the Flash. He appeared in the Fortress of Solitude, and something happens to him. He collapses, and he for some reason he suddenly has ginger hair. So it could be a coloring mistake.
I mean, if you're welcome to make that assumption. I'm not gonna say anything.
I don't know. I'm looking at the solicits here, trying to find Justice League. Superman, Action Comics, Batman, Detective Comics, Batman, Superman, Flash, Justice League number 59. Yeah, it just says Flash. So I don't know if it's supposed to be.
I'm just saying I think Wally's supposed to be in his rebirth costume even after the.
Well, the cover for Flash 768 has seems to be Wally in his Flash outfit, like actual Flash outfit.
Because I remember in one of the solicits, he's in the time stream and taking over other Flash's bodies.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
fuck it.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's just Bendis deciding to ignore continuity, because that's what he does best. When he isn't writing terribly, that's what he does best. Fucking up continuity.
He's good at it. I gotta give it to him. He's actually really good at ignoring whatever he doesn't feel like paying attention to.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish I had that level of dedication to my craft.
Yeah. But DC Future State, if I were to rank it overall with the highs, the lows, how it was handled, how the event was overall, I would say C-.
I give it a C. I get a D plus to C straight range.
Yeah, it wasn't particularly.
It had some high highs, but some horribly low lows.
Horribly low lows, and the huge majority of it, I would say, 2/3 of it was just average. And that's not what you want. Yeah. That's not what you want to do if this is supposed to be your quote unquote promotional material for what's coming next. You want to show your best. You want to show this is what we want you to be excited for in the future. Except apart from maybe just Batman stuff, maybe Superman and Flash, I'm not particularly excited for anything. So, at least for me, you did a terrible job, DC.
The stuff in Infinite Frontier, the small stories that they did,
yeah,
those got me more excited for what's going on.
Yeah, this shouldn't have been just Future State stuff. Should have just been Infinite Frontier. And since we're done with Future State, let's move on.
Actually, real quick, I want to discuss a quick fix for Future State.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
And it's fucking make your timeline chronological with your releases.
Oh
That was
yeah,
the
that
biggest
is
problem.
that is a
That
huge problem with Future State. Is that everything takes place at different parts in the Future State timeline, and it's so.
and we couldn't
confusing.
tell when without reading like the little graphic at the bottom.
Yeah, like you had like in Justice League, John Kent actually acts like Superman, but then you go to his own title, Superman Metropolis, and he's a fucking idiot.
Rex like a fucking idiot. Yeah.
Then you had Immortal Wonder Woman, where it's just like, this is the end of everything, like right at the end, and like,
And then
wait,
you've
what?
got Yara running into hell, into the pits of Hades. Like, fuck yeah, let's go, boy.
Yeah, that yeah, honestly, yeah, that should have been something like day one of like planning Future State. Someone should have just like, we should release this like proper chronologically because it's gonna confuse everyone. And then someone else was like, what if we just put it in our magazine what the timeline is, okay? Because everyone
And just all release it at different points in time.
yeah, because yeah, everyone obviously reads the DC magazine, DC Nation. No, we don't.
That still comes out?
I don't know, unless they I guess so, unless they rebranded it. It was released in something. Or was it just released in like the back of the comics? With all like the
No, yeah, I know they had a
stuff.
magazine back during like Snyder's Justice League. I just can't remember.
Yeah, that was they had like DC Nation, that's what it was.
I don't remember if they're still releasing it though, because the last time I got it was like back in 2019.
I mean, I only got number 0 because it was for free. It was for free, and then it was also a free it came out on Free Comic Book Day, I think.
Oh yeah, there was that one that came out for like No Justice.
Yeah. Oh no, post No Justice, because it was setting setting everything up for the Snyder Justice League, and then I think Bender's Superman and stuff like that.